You're going to overcook that.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
Hey, Ruby.
I'm coming. Fine, you take over.
Don't drop that when you see there.
So we didn't know how many people were coming, so we just cooked all of it.
Damn. Blah 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 blah. All right, so we just watched what was it, episode 6 or chapter 6 of volume 5 of RWBY. This one was kind of showcasing Crow's very unlucky streak.
Yeah.
To a point where it shows a little bit more realism in what's actually going on.
Look, pal, I've had a rough day. Do you know where she is or not?
Daddy? Does he know where Mommy is?
Oh no. Shit.
I'm sorry to bother you.
It kind of shows that being a hunter and huntress isn't exactly a fairy tale job. There's loss.
Yeah. We see that with Crow going to all these different people, not knowing where they all went, asking several people about where they're at, and then it comes down to asking the one family who's missing their huntress, and then actually investigating the hunt. I guess the bounty.
Yeah, their current
record.
statuses, and all of them are
They're
currently working on a bounty.
Or terminated. Or, well, I guess terminated would mean that they completed the job, right? So it's more...
All of their bounties are still pending.
Yeah.
Some of them up to 10 weeks long. Weeks ago, dude. So I'm gonna try and rewind us back to that point. Mute here, click that. It's here. Nope.
No, that's more lore.
Yeah.
It was actually nice seeing more of the episode focusing on this talk that's also been very vague to us. Well, at least from their perspective.
On the world building.
So yeah, we're seeing Crow take a look at all of these different listings and seeing the people that he's found on his contact, but sadly, a lot of them just never returned. Well, actually, at the end of the episode, he just doesn't have anyone they knew, and it took a fucking portal to bring in Weiss and Yang. But yeah, that's at the very end of the episode.
So I would take it that terminated means that they aren't very much alive.
It's tough.
Village security.
It's definitely tough on Crow's side because he put that entire list up to go search for everyone, and no one came in. And so we just had to jump over to where Yang and Weiss are at, talking to Raven about what's going on. Which again, it was filled in very vaguely. The only thing they really got a hold of was just magic, Salem, Ozpin has a secret. That's essentially it.
Yeah.
You didn't believe what she said, right?
Of course not. Well, not all of it. It was crazy. We have dust, semblances, but I mean, there's no such thing as magic.
What do you call semblance? I
A
feel that's
raven?
borderline magic. Crow and what's the mom's name? Raven?
Yeah.
Crow and Raven. God damn it, they're birds. Crow and Raven are very much, not good guys.
Yeah, the whole idea is that they joined Beacon not to be huntsmen and huntresses, but to kill other huntsmen. So huntsman.
We did it to learn how to kill huntsmen.
The police.
Please.
Daddy and Uncle left that part out.
But huntsman? That's so strange. Well, I guess both of them had the mindset of killing other people for the sake of their tribe.
Yeah,
But then Crow's the one who opted out of that.
He was brainwashed by Oz.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Because I guess if it weren't for Oz, Crow would be on the same side as Raven right there. It kind of makes you wonder. Well, I would still say that Ozpin's still a really good guy. He's on the side of good for the sake of humanity, and Raven's more about protecting her own tribe to the point where she'll side against Yang if she chooses to cross, and she did just cross that portal. I understand Raven, but only to a certain extent. It's just kind of sad that they did not mention the fact that they had a maiden.
Go see for yourself.
Yeah, they really didn't. Shut up, your pants are weird.
It's just something you'll see later on the bad guy side, it would seem.
And so it turns out that their ability to transform isn't exactly a
Semblance.
It's not a latent ability that they have. It's
a straight model.
yeah. It was through experimentation. It seems.
Did they say that? I couldn't really hear that.
Raven said that I'm pretty sure Ty never told you what Ozpin did to me and your uncle.
You said Ty told you all about my semblance.
Or your brother and me.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Oh, okay.
And then she's like, go check it out. And she transformed from bird into
Person.
yeah.
Do some magic stuff. Oh, she magic. She magic. Are you kid or are you squid?
God damn it. Turns out Ozpin,
Did some experimenting.
and that's
So-
really not a big jump in expectation because remember he did the same thing to Pyrrha.
essentially, yeah.
It may have been voluntary on her part, but he had some hardcore
That was
coercion on his end,
yeah.
and it's still experimentation.
That's true, and he did contain the spring maiden for a while. Mm-hmm. Just kept her alive.
Yeah, he did that to keep her alive. That way,
He could transmit it to someone else by force. He may be on the side of good, but maybe his methods aren't entirely good. But he did mention once and several times before that he's made a lot of mistakes.
he's definitely trying to do the right thing the wrong way.
I mean, that's kind of all I can really get from like Ozpin's side of things and Raven. They both have bad sides to them,
Yeah.
but I understand why they do what they do.
In the grand scheme of things, in terms of survival, Raven is doing the wrong thing the right way, and Oz is doing the right thing the wrong way.
I kind of was hoping that there'd be a lot stronger bond between like mother and daughter here, but just Raven is just so not into it.
And the fact that, she abandoned her family and Yang's not exactly...
Happy about that.
Yeah.
either. That family's just so complicated. It kind of makes me wonder why.
You got your dad, you got your dad, your mom, your dad, your sister, your uncle, and everyone hates each other.
I mean, Raven's close enough to Ty, so I kind of wonder now, like, why did they become like an item?
Raven likes Ty and Crow because that's her lover and her brother. Yang is her daughter, yet they don't get along at all.
But she has a connection.
And then I don't believe Raven really knows RWBY and cares.
Yeah, because what seems to be the case is it was Ty and Raven first. They had Yang, and then Raven split ties with the family, and then Ty found Summer, and then they had
ties.
RWBY, and then Summer died.
And then Ty seems to like everybody
Yeah.
because he's a good guy. Yang really hates her mother.
Now more than ever.
RWBY doesn't really know Raven all too much, and she loves the hell out of her dad and uncle and sister.
Yeah.
And then Crow, he just seems to kind of not like everybody who isn't Yang and RWBY.
He's okay with Ty.
And he has a quiet disposition of, we'll go drinking if we pay separately. I don't want you buying my drink, and I'm definitely not going to buy yours.
His relationship with Raven is very weird too. Just any relationship that Raven has with people is very weird. I'm curious as to what's going to happen in the next episode. Now that we have like 3 of Team RWBY together, and they're still training. We don't know if Crow's going to recruit anyone else. He probably won't. He literally won't. I'm thinking that he'll probably have to confront Lionheart at some point.
So, I just realized Team RWBY is somewhat together. They don't have Blake, so they're not RWBY. Instead, they're that weird ass noise that fucking Dio decides to make every now and again.
Every now and again.
Yeah.
I don't really see Blake coming in anytime soon. There's just so much happening over in Menagerie. She cannot be involved right now.
You haven't watched Game of Thrones, right?
No.
You know how we have all these stories going on at once?
Yeah.
That's Game of Thrones, but think of what happened in this one episode, all the information that you were thrown with, that's each story
Yeah.
in that 1 hour episode.
Yeah. You told me about this
Yeah.
before. They have there are different. There's a boundary distance for each
Yeah,
one of
there's-
them. They have their own different stories, their own.
They're
political-
virtually worlds apart.
and we're just hoping to see them cross together, but that won't
It,
happen.
it's been narrowed down into one. There's 3 separate stories now playing. As of the latest episodes that I could find on stream, it's been condensed into 3 separate stories, 2 of which are intertwined with each other, and another 2 which are intertwined with each other.
Okay.
So there's one mediator that's connected to the other 2, and the other 2 aren't connected at all.
That's definitely strange. That's like me thinking about Walking Dead video game and actual TV series
Yeah.
interconnection
So,
with Glenn,
yeah,
but
so-
he's
so-
already been cut off.
So imagine the Walking Dead video game,
Sure.
The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and any side stories that may have come out in graphic novels outside
Yeah,
of
the comics.
outside of the main comic.
Oh, really?
Now imagine all of those telling as much of their story as they can into a 1-hour episode, all at the same time.
I can do it. I'll just have to bring in my OC character, Glenn.
What are you talking about? It's just you.
So
It seems like they're condensing the story back into, hey, Ruby's a thing again.
right, it's for the fans definitely. That's kind of the main focus. But they all have like, well, actually the 4 represents like their own separate story and
Yeah.
struggle.
I definitely would have preferred if Yang went alone.
Yeah.
If Weiss decided to stay and find out what's going on.
Really?
Because it seemed like she wanted to.
I guess so, but I guess Weiss
like-
will be. I think Weiss will be filled in with Crow. That's
But it really seemed like she was really doubting.
she was unsure.
Yeah.
She was thinking like, well, magic. I mean, there's no such thing as magic, right?
Because
Because she understood what Raven meant by just Ozpin just having a whole bunch of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
So she couldn't really knock her for that.
Because if you look, when she offers the choice, Weiss has like a strong reaction of uncertainty. Like she doesn't want to go into the portal.
I mean, she also just saw Raven turn from bird to person, so she's really uncertain. Like, but Yang is very headstrong now. She has her resolve.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as she would like to know more about her mom, Ruby's definitely the priority,
Mm-hmm.
and Yang or Weiss is. Well, as long as she's away from her family, she's okay.
Weiss is just in the sneeze, just like, why can't I be like that with my family? I think Weiss is so fractured on who she is and what she wants to do that she's clinging on to,
Whoever.
yeah, kind of a strong resolve, which is why she's torn between the both of them, because they both have really strong resolves. The whole reason she decides to go with Yang is because she knows Yang.
And she knows Ruby, and
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah.
I think if it weren't for the fact that it was Yang that she's with right now, she would have stayed with Raven.
Raven, just
Mm-hmm.
learn more. But it'd be dangerous to stick with them because who knows what kind of brainwashing methods they could possibly have and convince her to join sides.
No more than Ozpin.
Well, I mean, Ozpin stands for good, Raven stands for tribe.
They
So
both go
yeah, definitely stronger with.
They
Ozpin.
both go for good in their own way. Raven is, again, very much for her tribe, but she wants to end Raven. It's not, or she wants to end Salem. It's not just, oh, I'm doing it for my tribe. It's, she sees Salem as just
A really
really, really bad. She knows that above all else, Salem needs to be stopped. But there's a line that she's not willing to cross to make that happen. That Ozpin is so willing to just woo!
let's go, let's not.
He's just hopping and skipping, and on the toll it says 3 adolescent children. He's just like, there, and there you go.
I can imagine the tales of Ozpin being him like skipping merrily. You see these like 3 adolescent kids, gets to a van, like put the sticker like free ice cream, drives away as they like come with them. We're going to stop Salem.
Yeah, Ozpin's definitely not.
The best person?
Yeah, he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
He's the good guy, but he's not a good guy.
He's not the best guy. Yeah,
He's like Wreck-It Ralph. He's a
Right, he's
bad
good.
guy, but he's not a bad guy.
right. He's just trying to get results. That's what he wants to do.
I think in essence, Raven is the best option. As I'm seeing more of the story and hearing Raven's bit, yeah, Ozpin's definitely seeming to be a bit more of a shadow figure.
Yeah. Actually, as far as like what we've seen so far in the volume, I know that Cinder's going to go there. She's going to confront the maiden to convince her to join Salem's side. But of course, Raven's not going to have that. But she has to fight a maiden. So what I'm thinking is that Salem's actually going to get a point for this. She's going to take her maiden, and then Raven's got nothing else to do. So maybe at the end of the volume, maybe she'll change sides. But I mean, that's speculation.
I'm not
But
sure.
but right now, it
I
seems
think
like Ozpin's.
I think my big question is, how old is Ozpin? Because I don't think Professor Ozpin is his first iteration.
Yeah.
I think he's been around for a long time. That's why
It's confirmed. He's been on this earth for a long, long time. Not as Professor Ozpin, but someone else.
Yeah, so he's been Ozpin, but he's been taking over people.
Yeah.
Which is eventually going to happen to Oscar. Oscar's going to become just a voice in the back of his head while he takes control. And so that's where my worry kind of comes from. And with that thought, what Raven said on how he has a network of people that are only loyal to him, that's entirely possible. He can essentially become a greater evil than Salem. Because he's immortal. If you kill him, he just comes back as someone else.
Yeah, that actually is dangerous, and I can see that as a huge plot twist. Like, once they down Salem, it's just like, oh, you didn't expect this, did ya? He kills himself and is like, what just happened? Well, I guess there's also Oscar. Oscar's would be a liability for him if he turned evil. If Ozpin turned evil.
And that's what I'm saying. Oscar's going to be out of control soon. Oscar's going to have no volition. Like you said, Ozpin's been confirmed to be around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
His personality was the only one present in his Professor Ozpin body. Mm-hmm. There's no switching back and forth, no sign of someone else being in there. That's where my concern is.
I think as long as Ruby's with Oscar, then things will still keep a balance. Should anything bad happen.
I think that's the whole reason that Ozpin's going to be stopped eventually. Is everyone likes Ozpin because they knew him from a previous life before he was the two personalities. Mm-hmm. Just like how we have Oscar Ozpin, that's his two personality form. People are loyal to him because they know him past that, when it's just Ozpin in control. Mm-hmm. Like RWBY. However, he went into his two form, and she's starting to really like Oscar. Mm-hmm. So when Ozpin takes over Oscar, she's not going to be okay with that. And that's where the rift is going to happen. Yeah. And I think that's going to be like volume 9.
That's volume 9. We're not going to see a lot. It's just all about stopping Salem. All right. So I guess that should be everything as far as discussing things ahead of time and things that are happening in the now. So, all right. So we'll just, we'll leave it at that. And
we were right to think he was pedo Ozpin. He takes little boys and they're never heard from again.
Oh, that's crazy. Over-dominating Ozpin. Come inside the van. I got lollipops. Oh, shit.
Never be heard from again.
All right, so we'll end it here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to stay informed on what we're going to be posting as far as RWBY stuff, you can be sure to subscribe. And also hit that bell button somewhere like right next to the subscription. That pretty much tells you when we actually upload a video, like right then and there. And support our Patreon, because we need the support. Acting, it's gone.
Yeah, like $1.
Yeah.
$1 a month. Not hard. Easy.
Easy. It's easy.
It's easy.
All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. #goodbye, everyone.